She wrote some of Fleetwood Mac's most timeless songs, tender ballads that defined an era and earned her the title the band's secret weapon. But behind the success, Christine McVie quietly admitted there was one song she truly hated, a song that fans adored, but she herself could never connect with again. What made this track such a burden for her, and why did she struggle to perform it for the rest of her career? Christine McVie was not the loudest or most flamboyant member of Fleetwood Mac. She didn't command attention like Stevie Nicks or bring fiery drama like Lindsey Buckingham. Instead, she was the steady, soulful heart of the band. Born Christine Perfect in 1943, she began her career in the British blues scene before joining Fleetwood Mac in 1970. By the mid-70s, she had already penned a series of songs that blended warmth, melody, and optimism. Tracks like Over My Head, Say You Love Me, and later Don't Stop showcased her knack for writing accessible, uplifting pop rock tunes that balanced the band's more experimental sides. But McVie wasn't just the calm in the storm. She was a crucial songwriter who helped propel Rumours, the album released in 1977, to global superstardom. With over 40 million copies sold, Rumours remains one of the most iconic records in music history. Her ballad Songbird became a concert staple, while Don't Stop even found its way into American politics, used famously in Bill Clinton's 1992 campaign. Yet, amid all this triumph, there was one song from Rumours that Christine grew to resent, Oh Daddy. Written during the band's most turbulent period, the track was often misinterpreted by audiences and critics alike. McVie later confessed in interviews that she disliked singing it and wished it hadn't stayed in the band's live set. As she put it in one candid moment, some songs you just don't feel anymore. And for me, that was one of them. When Rumours was recorded in 1976, Fleetwood Mac was at the height of both creativity and chaos. The band was dealing with breakups, affairs, and bitter personal feuds, all of which poured into the music. Christine McVie wrote Oh Daddy during this storm, originally directed toward Mick Fleetwood, the band's drummer, who was the only father in the group at the time. But as soon as the song hit the public, interpretations went wild. Some listeners assumed it was a romantic lament. Others thought it hinted at secret relationships within the band. The ambiguity frustrated McVie, who later said that the song never matched her true voice as a writer. Unlike Songbird or Don't Stop, which carried her signature optimism and clarity, Oh Daddy felt heavy and burdened by its context. As Fleetwood Mac continued to perform the song live, McVie found herself increasingly disconnected from it. I couldn't relate to it anymore, she admitted years later. The irony was painful. Oh Daddy sat on the same album as Dreams Go Your Own Way and The Chain, songs that became eternal classics. While millions celebrated Rumours as a masterpiece, McVie quietly saw one of her own contributions as a shadow she couldn't escape. Christine McVie was never one to chase the spotlight. She often described herself as shy and even reluctant to be famous. Yet, when asked in interviews decades later about her Fleetwood Mac catalog, she never shied away from admitting her true feelings about Oh Daddy. This honesty became part of what fans admired about her. Unlike some artists who fiercely defend every note they've ever recorded, McVie was willing to acknowledge when something didn't hold up for her personally. Her confession about Oh Daddy also revealed a larger truth about songwriting, that songs are born from specific emotions and moments in time, but those feelings don't always last. McVie grew, her life changed, and the emotions that once fueled the song no longer belonged to her. And yet, even with her distaste for the track, she never denied its place in the Fleetwood Mac story. Oh Daddy remained part of the fabric of Rumours, an album that told not just one story, but the intertwining, often painful truths of five people bound together by music. Christine McVie's admission about Oh Daddy may seem like a small detail in a career spanning 5 decades, but it revealed something profound about the human side of artistry. Even legends wrestle with their own creations. To the world, Oh Daddy was just another piece of the Rumours puzzle, an album that went on to sell over 40 million copies and define an era. To McVie, it was a reminder that not every song stays true forever. What makes her honesty so striking is that it never diminished her impact. McVie gave the world some of Fleetwood Mac's most timeless songs. Songbird, a tender ballad still played at weddings and farewells. Don't Stop, which even became a political anthem when Bill Clinton used it in his presidential campaign. And Everywhere, a shimmering pop classic of the late 80s. These songs proved that her strength lay not in perfection but in authenticity. Her candor about disliking one track only deepened fans' respect. It showed that Christine McVie, despite the fame, the awards, and the legendary status, remained grounded and self-aware. She could celebrate her triumphs while acknowledging her missteps, a balance few artists managed to strike. When Christine passed away in 2022, tributes from around the world emphasized not only her musical genius, but also her warmth, humility, and honesty. In the end, the song she secretly hated became just a footnote in a life defined by grace and resilience. Fleetwood Mac's music continues to echo across generations, and Christine's voice, soft yet powerful, remains one of its brightest lights. Even if Oh Daddy was her least favorite, the courage to admit it is part of what makes her legacy so enduring. Thanks for watching. Click here to check another video and make sure to subscribe to our channel.